Channel 24. And we have Stephon Gilmore, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys under the lights on Sunday night.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
To about the 35, 2nd down. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
Look that up later. Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. The Cowboys at 5-7 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind in the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. You look at this Cowboy defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass charge.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 55 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. They go play action with Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goedert. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Swift will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Aubrey now for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. No doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating space and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on it. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
On 2nd down, Swift. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
Now 2nd and 5. To throw is Prescott. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right in midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Prescott now on second down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Aubrey now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays along. And a long run there in the end to top it off. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Hurts going to keep it again. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Tony Pollard. His teammates ready again on offense. And you see the last drive, great chunk of yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all of their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 4. Here's Pollard again. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Pollard. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Hurts
throw taken in by Watkins here.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Throwing is Hurts.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Elliott good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. That is caught by Lamb.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Prescott looks to throw on first.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2. Hurts going to keep it running right.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And they'll run the option here with Hurts. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 53 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 21. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change their mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
That's big Jalen Carter, the rookie, able to get him down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing, Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll run left with Pollard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Brandon Graham, great pursuit there, getting the tackle for loss.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Now Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A give to Pollard running left. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Hurts fumbles it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he'll work that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
He's just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about... I don't care how many times you kick it into a net, you're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Prescott to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Carter in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Osa Odighizuwa able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They go play action with Hurts. And he's caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Prescott off play action. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. They've got his man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 61 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a one-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Swift going to try up the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
And an Eagle first down.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are in defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calmed every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Eagles, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.